Chapter 15. Gently falls the Bakula. Srimati was thrilled that she was going to the US. She had been in touch with Professor Collins through letters but had not met him. This was good opportunity for her to go to Chicago and meet him and his daughter Dorothy. Shrikant, now one of the senior most in his company, was happy that he could understand the global market and explore global business. He knew that if he worked harder and proved himself, he would be made a vice president in a couple of years. Right now, he was posted as head of the American operations. Shrikant had plenty of responsibilities. His boss, Mr. Kelkar, was pinning all his hopes on Shrikant. So, Shrikant made it very clear to Srimati that life in America would be hectic and she was not to expect anything from him. He would like her to be on her own, he said. When the Deshpandes arrived in Los Angeles, they were given a well furnished 2-bedroom apartment by a company. After a year, they could consider moving to another place. For Srimati, everything was new and fascinating. The market, the roads, the people, everything. And she was keen to learn about all those new things. Since the public transport system in Los Angeles, or LA as it is popularly called, was not good, Srimati and Shrikant had to learn driving. They purchased 2 second-hand cars, an absolute necessity rather than a luxury. After they had settled down and Srimati felt more confident about traveling on her own, she went to Chicago to meet Professor Collins. There she also met Dorothy. Dorothy had finished her PhD and was working in the university. Professor Collins' home was full of books, journals, research papers, and documents on history. The atmosphere in their home, the conversation, the fascinating work they did was truly a treat for Srimati. As Dorothy was traveling to Europe, she suggested that Srimati should join her. The entire tour would take 3 months. Shrikant was most encouraging. He wanted his wife to be bold and independent. So, Srimati went on tour and thoroughly enjoyed herself. 1 year went by very quickly. Srimati was beginning to feel quite at home in LA. But a sudden phone call upset everything. They got the sad news that Vishwas Kelkar had died of a heart attack and Shrikant was required to report the India office immediately. Shrikant left Srimati to wind up everything and return to India alone. It would take her a couple of months to complete all the formalities. He knew she was capable of handling them on her own. On his way back to India, Shrikant kept thinking about Mr. Kelkar and his sudden demise. He had been a man of clean habits, always on his toes, working relentlessly all the time. He had suffered from a gastric ulcer caused, as he used to say, by tension. He would dismiss it humorously as an executive disease. What was the cause of the stress? There had been rumors that Vishwas was not happy at home and had some marital problems. Did that affect his health and cause the heart attack? Shrikant could not help wondering why he had been called back when there were so many people more senior to him in the Bombay office. Was there something special awaiting him? Yes, there was. The board of directors felt that he would be the right person to succeed Mr. Kelkar. Though he had spent only 6 years with the company, they gave him the general manager's post on probation for 6 months. Depending on his performance, he would be confirmed. Shrikant was extremely happy. The next day, he went to general manager's office and saw the empty chair. For a minute, he was scared, thinking of the tension the person who occupied that chair had to undergo. The price for an ambitious person is heavy. He remembered Vishwa's words and repeated them to himself again. The goddess of success does not knock on your door twice. Every opportunity should be completely utilized. A smart person is one who converts every failure into success. Success does not always mean knowledge. There are many factors that make a person successful: hard work, courage to take risks, and also the ability to make people realize that you work hard. The person who works from 9 to 5 will never become successful. Only who thinks about the company all the time and focuses on his work can be successful. Now, all that Shrikant had to do was concentrate and focus on his work. He had got this his opportunity and he had to succeed. He would show his seniors that he was indispensable. That was not difficult for him.